War of the Three Peaks. That sounds super exciting. Can't wait to check that out in 4 months when I can buy it for Lotro points.
Hello,
Hello. How are you, Zinger?
fine, and you?
Good. Just a bit tardy is all. Hopefully Puppet Box didn't notice. He is usually checking me with a stopwatch. Balviel's checking in. Hello, Balviel. How the heck are you? I got busy trying to diagnose a video card problem for a friend and just got home a few minutes ago. So, actually, fellow Lotro player Duressa, who was a member of the 40 Thieves. So, we'll start off with that because it's kind of a fun story. So, I built her a custom rig about almost 7 years ago. It's started out life as a FX 6300 or something or other. 8 gigs of RAM. I think we built it with a solid state boot drive and a regular. I don't think we put a hard drive in it. Because the only thing she played was Lotro at the time, so she didn't really need a lot of drive space. So at the time, we spec'd it with this wonderful Dual X Radeon R7 265 video card. Great buy for the money back in the day. Almost as fast as their much more expensive R9 270 and 270X cards. This was a real sleeper card back in the day. I just quit working on her last week. And of course, she's been working from home and she loves to play Lotro and she's an altaholic, and to not have your PC functioning is not acceptable. So I went and checked on Newegg and I picked out a video card and I said, yep, order this. It'll be really cool. And we might have to adapt the power to it, but not a big deal. She's got enough power supply for it. And her husband, Jeff, ordered this beautiful MSI Gaming X Radeon 5600 XT. Terrific card, very fast, huge step up for her. She's going to love it once we get it actually running. The problem is it takes two 8-pin PCIe connections. So, we don't know for a fact that her old video card is dead. It could be that her PCIe power connection from her power supply quit working. We were able to put an RX 560 card in it that doesn't require an external power connector. Get her system up and running, so her motherboard's fine, her CPU, her memory, everything's good. It's running with this video card, but it's the main video card out of her husband's computer. He's got a laptop he can use, so he's getting by without it. Plus, he's not working from home. So she was up and running with that. The new card came in, and he's like, it's got two 8-pin power connectors on it. I'm like, it doesn't have two 8-pin power connectors. Radeon 5600 XT cards just use a single 8-pin power connection. Well, all of them except this one, because this is their high-end factory overclock bad boy card which was on sale for a smoking hot price. This is normally like a $329 video card, metal back plate, twin coolers, really nice big heat sink on it. It's about as fast as an RTX 3060 Super, except for it doesn't have ray tracing. It was on sale for like 250 bucks. I mean, really good buy for the money. So I mean, it compares to some $400 graphics cards out there. And so the card comes in, and sure enough, it's got dual 8-pin connectors on it. And I brought over adapter cables, and we got everything hooked up. Just could not get the new card to power up. So we huddled up and decided that what she really needed was, it was a good time to also go ahead and upgrade and replace her old power supply, because it's at least 5 years old anyway. And you know, it's getting up there in years. It's a good power supply, but they don't last forever. You got to replace them periodically anyway. And so the plan is, I'm going to test both video cards, make sure the old one's not working, make sure that the new one is working. You can just pick up the box and set it on the bed or something, sweetie. And we'll see where we're at with the video cards, but we're going to pick out a new, better, more powerful power supply that actually has the two 8-pin power adapters on it, and we'll get her up and running with the new card, and she'll be happy, and it'll be fast and awesome. We spent a couple hours going through everything and trying to get it up and running with what we had to work with, and it just wasn't happening. So we'll get that sorted out. And then I got a call from another buddy of mine the other day, and I'm like, oh, Dwayne called. I wonder if Dwayne and Gwen want to invite us out to dinner, or what the heck's going on. And Dwayne's like, yeah, my computer, I got a problem with it. I was seeing if you could come over. So it's work on PC weekend. I'm pretty excited about that. Should be a lot of fun. Zinger has joined the fellowship. That is fantastic news. Mrs. Mustafa wants to hang out. You want to say hi to Zinger, sweetie?
Hi, Zinger.
She says hi, Zinger.
Hello.
She had a little bit of a rough morning at dialysis. She's not her normal chipper self, but she's hanging in there. Plus, when she got home, she decided it would be great to wash all the bedding and redo the bed, and I think that kind of tuckered her out a little. So she's kind of got that, why are you playing video games when you should be rubbing my back look on her face. But that's okay. She said I can go ahead and stream, and we'll, as the minutes past 10 kept ticking by, I'd almost lost all hope, Puppet Box says, but strong I stood, and lo and behold, Zinger and Ed appear. Hi, Puppet Box. I was just making the comment that I hoped you didn't notice I was running tardy tonight, but I had a good reason. I was trying to help fellow Lotro players get back to playing Lotro. So, my buddy Dwayne does not play Lotro, so getting his computer back up and running is secondary priority. Plus, he mostly looks at sports scores on it, and all sports are canceled. And he's a San Diego Chargers fan, so not being able to see who the Chargers lost to will be a blessing for him. Plus, I know they have 2 computers in their house, so whatever he did to his main machine, I can get that up and running. That was also an Ed custom build. Duress is running a really nice Ryzen 2600, 16 gigs of DDR4 3000 memory, and Dwayne is running a Ryzen 2400G with 16 gigs of memory. Matter of fact, I think they have the exact same Asus B450M Pro 4 motherboard too. I really like that motherboard. I've built a lot of systems with that, never had any problems with it, and it's an inexpensive board. It's a really nice piece of hardware. So, Zinger's already bored with all the PC hardware talk. What would you like to do tonight, Zinger? Shall we knock out some more Minas Morgul reclamation quests?
Whatever you want.
Or were you not even prepared for me to start talking Lotro already? You were so put to sleep by all the PC hardware talk. I think I'm out of task items to turn in too. So that alone is reason enough for us to go questing. Look at how slim I am on task items. I've got some stuff for the dwarves and elves, and that's about it. So yeah, let's do some more Minas Morgul reclamation stuff. What do you recommend? I know we kind of did some of the dailies last time.
Yep.
Are we in the right camp?
Depends what we want to do.
Alviel says it's good to have a friend that knows how to fix computers. Donnie checking in. Hello, Donnie. Hope you're doing well tonight. I'm sure I said hi to Hard Hit. If not, hello, Hard Hit. We're glad you're here too, buddy. Who's got the quests for us? Looking for somebody with gold rings above their head.
That would be at the other camp.
Okay. We need to ride to Ekad Ulal.
Yep.
Okay, I actually have the port to there. We'll just go fast. So I'll sort through Dures's video cards and get that figured out, and we'll get a new power supply picked out for her, and I have no idea what the problem with Dwayne's computer even is. Make Zinger not have to wait for me to finally get here on a slow horse. But we're going into that magical time of year where you want a good working gaming computer, because we're all going to be stuck inside here in the Midwest. So, do we want to run one we didn't do last week? Do we want to do the same ones?
Yeah, do a different one. The Filthwell, maybe?
Filthwell it is.
Let us not tarry. Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
We're going to the
Let us help
Filthwell,
you bring
Pookie.
glad tidings,
I'll be sure
friend.
to wipe off my boots before we come back, though. Minas Morgul. The Filthwell.
And on the right, I want to make sure to have his quest, or
His quest is... We want to tag all three of these?
yeah, you can tag all three. I think
Now
it's
then. Let us help
at
you
least the
bring
one with
glad
the lichen,
tidings,
the deep
friend.
lichen one
Now
that
then.
I want
Okay.
to have.
Alright. Should be good to go. We'll see you in the Filthwell.
I sound like a poof and out of this. It's because last Wednesday that happened earlier,
At the source
and
of
for
the
some
Morgul
reason
dweeb lies the
I had a little
Eiffel
blue
Tower.
screen issue.
Is
Oh,
the
okay.
prison of Raumir.
Yeah,
Rhythm
our
maker
Wednesday night
who
group,
seeks her
we
freedom
were
as
running
she
the
beckons
grand
you ever
stairs,
further into this
and
watery
Zinger kept getting
chamber.
dropped out of it. So hopefully that doesn't happen tonight. We'll think good thoughts.
And somehow like Discord corrupted itself. I just had to reinstall, but I didn't feel like doing it right then and there.
We'll just hope things work out.
Yeah.
So, thought there was a Balrog, so I tried to pour it out. I will actually switch to my fighting stance and finish these dudes off. Zinger does not live in Omaha, Nebraska, and does not have a custom PC built by me, so he is on his own for tech support. There are some things I'm good at, some things I shy away from, and tearing into notebooks, not something I do a lot of. I have, but...
Oh, believe me, I don't know what I'm doing either.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed when you told me you'd been replacing your own cooling fans.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm missing like several screws at this point. I had to do it a couple times. Not pretty.
Well, the trend in notebooks is they keep trying to make the things thinner and lighter, which makes them tougher and tougher to work on, too. If there's an upside to having a, let's say, a classic vintage notebook, to put it positively, it's that it's probably more easy to work on than if you had one of these brand new Ultrabook type thin and lights. We heading up the stairs?
Sure.
In fact, I was talking to Duressa tonight, and she mentioned that she was finding the War of the Three Peaks content challenging. It's very mob dense, and there's lots of signatures.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was surprised that she was finding it challenging for her Lore Master to go through solo. And that the fights are pretty tough. And I told her, well, that's why you always have a hunter with you, so that if you're having trouble, you just have Zinger clear everything for you, and you don't even have to fight. It's the perfect solution. Stay out of the water if you can help it. It's not good for you.
Second batch of that water back there.
Its defeat is the only.
Yeah, I grabbed the water sample, but I took a bunch of damage doing it. What's this over here? Something highlighted and then went away. That's 2 of 4. Are there more of these we need to get?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get this knocked out before we move on. I got 3 of 4. They should all be up here, shouldn't they? Did we miss one down below?
But this is the other way. I don't know if there was any of the relics or whatever that are in. There were 2 paths that went around to that first one, so.
Oh, there is one over here.
Yeah.
Here's a lost relic. Donnie says, "How you doing?" Say this to him. "I want you guys for a little bit, then I'm going to bed and..." Okay, Donnie. We're glad you're here hanging out with us, bud. And thanks for checking out the stream. Lost relic. And again, our friend Donnie uses a voice-to-text program for typing in chat. So we just have to translate a little bit of what he's saying. And if something comes out that sounds weird or harsh, it's probably just a bad translation. Donnie's a good guy and wouldn't throw shade at us intentionally. Also, while we're on the subject of good and glorious things, I want to wish a happy anniversary to Lotro Ladygun. Understand her and her husband are celebrating that today. That's always exciting. On our wedding anniversary, Mrs. Mustafa dresses all in black and her friends send her condolence cards. But for most couples, it's a cause for celebration. So I hope they're enjoying their anniversary, and we wish them many more happy returns. And I need to figure out where Zinger went, because he's probably where I need to be. Nope, this doesn't cut through. It's not like you can go running through the water either. Did you go down and around?
Down and around.
Okay. See, the main reason Zinger's here is I would eventually figure this stuff out, but he gets me there a lot faster than if I'm left to my own devices.
So this is the beginning. That was just the other path. I think there was a lost relic that we missed along the way, so we'll go back.
Yeah, I really liked this dungeon the first time we came through here. I described it as very Lovecraftian.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's, yeah, when we first got to Mordor, I was like, it's beautiful in a horrible way. This dungeon is kind of the same thing. Lots of nice effects.
Not a very good fishing spot, though.
No, nothing in Minas Morgul is. We've tried them all. Minas Morgul Lake Master, sadly, is not a deed. Mrs. Mustafa and I had quite the food adventure today. We went out for Greek food for lunch. And here's the waters.
I'm gonna do that.
Added pure water to the source of the Morgul Dune. 4 of 6.
Yeah, there'll be more as we
Progress.
yeah, as we progress. This is the first boss up here. What did you guys get at the restaurant?
She ordered onion rings. She's been on a big onion ring kick, so she's trying to avoid potatoes. We need to jump down and fight.
Yeah, go straight down. This is the one where the
There's
thing in
roots.
the middle. Yeah, there's roots. The thing in the middle, we attack a bit, then It's immune to attack the targets on the outside.
Wow, I got wrecked jumping down here. I'm at half health already.
Yeah, I think right at the beginning, some kind of attack or some kind of. Last time we did this, we got wrecked. So
That's alright. We'll get wrecked again.
Like the shield up and
Ooh, I'm dead. There I go. Looks like you're holding up a little better than I am. Must be shadow damage. Highly annoying.
yeah, I'm not far behind you on that.
Well, it looked like you were almost down, and then all of a sudden you got a surge of health. There you go. We'll try this again. Anyway, I got a dish they called Shrimp Santorini, which is one of the Friday specials. Mrs. Mustafa just got a cheeseburger salad, or a hamburger salad and onion rings. And what was weird about the Shrimp Santorini is it's basically like a jambalaya, but with little feta cheese sprinkled on it. Tomato and red and green bell pepper, sauteed with shrimp over rice. But served with Greek potatoes on the side. Shall we scroll up and maybe do some buffing?
I don't know, I have some kind of, I don't know if these are, I don't know, they're Doomfold, whatever.
I don't even know if I have much buffing stuff with me anymore. We'll pop a scroll of finesse. It won't help, but I'll get a pack slot opened. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure on this boss because it's different on command than the solo. I don't know why it does so much damage.
Yeah, as soon as we jumped down there, I was at half health. It was like, what? Yeah, well, let's go get wrecked again. Yeah, boom, instantly half health. Yeah, I'm dead again. I don't know if this thing's reflecting damage. I don't know what it's doing to me. I'm just... yeah, this is annoying. Anybody in chat got a suggestion for us? Jim checking in. Is your wife okay? Yeah, she's just a little run down. Like I said, she had a bad morning and she's just tired. She wants me to rub her back. Not much I can do for her. She just needs to rest and sleep. She's a dialysis patient, and when she was at dialysis, literally what they're doing is they're taking fluids out of her, and it's like adjusting a hydraulic system. She goes from high pressure to low pressure, And when her blood pressure drops like that, it just kind of knocks her on her butt. So we've been trying to deal with that. They've got some medication they're supposed to give her that helps, and it didn't do much for her today. And onion rings and a cheeseburger didn't do much for her today. So she just needs to rest and take her medicine, and in the morning hopefully her blood pressure will be back to normal. I specifically asked her if she wanted me to not stream tonight, and she was like, no, go ahead and stream. But she just wanted me to rub her back, and she's just kind of, like I said, just feeling a little under the weather. Jim asked about Spooky. Gipio checking in. Hello, Gipio. Candlebleck says she has to live with him, so Belviel says start a death counter. Hopefully somebody fixed it. It was broken. That's our second wipe, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's give it a try here. Death count 2. Yeah, it had been broken to where it was just coming up and saying the streamers died 3 times. No matter how the death count was. Gipio heard Mrs. Mustafa throw shade at me last night. We were up late playing Apex Legends. It was the first full day of Season 7. And we were facing an enemy squad. And let me pop scrolls. I should have some on me.
We'll probably die again, so.
Yeah, well, there's a cooldown, and yours is probably not expired yet. And on top of everything else, I've been having an issue with my right eye, which my eye doctor checked out, and he's like, yeah, it's fine, it'll clear up. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off. But if you notice me squinting or winking, I'm just trying to read stuff. I have no idea where my scrolls are. I can't possibly be out of them. There they are. Yeah, as soon as I jump down, I'm at half health. It's highly annoying. My next best move is Eldar's Grace, and that's only going to keep me up for 30 seconds. But if it keeps me from getting hit with shadow damage, I guess it'll have to do. Ready? Once more into the breach. Just going right to Eldar's Grace. Did we do it finally? Alright. Even that was close enough. Eldar's Grace probably kept me up.
I kept on meaning to look at what our debuffs and its buffs were to see exactly what was going on, but I didn't get a chance. But it probably was a reflect, like you said.
Alright. Here's a relic. Anyway, so I was playing with Gipio last night, and we were getting pressed by this enemy squad. Actually, they were pretty far off in the distance, and I had a sniper set up, and I pegged one of them at being 450 meters out. I mean, they were way far away. I could barely see him with an 8x sniper scope. Just for fun, I thought I'd take a shot anyway. I actually hit one of them from 450 meters. I was like, wow, that was a pretty good shot. So I'm feeling a little bit pleased with myself. And there's a video clip of this happening once before. The squad started to move out after I shot one of them. Like, oh, let's get out of here. And one of them went taking off to the left at a full sprint. And I mean, he's still 300 meters away and on a dead run. I mean, he's full blast. And I hit him with another sniper shot. Didn't do a lot of damage. It was only like 23 because he was moving. But, I mean, a good headshot from a sniper rifle do 100, 125 points, depending on the exact setup. But I was so happy that I hit that guy from 300 meters when he's in a dead run. I kind of gave off my little Nelson Muntz laugh. I was like, ha! And Mrs. Mustafa was sleeping. And she's like, knock it off, you woke me up. And I'm like, sorry? She was mad. But it'll relieve Gipio to know that I did not get taken out to the woodshed after I got offline. So, she made me rub her back for a little bit to make up for waking her up when she was fine. Let's not move into another fight just yet. I need to heal up. I was trying to get my bracing strike in, and he died right before I could pop that, so should be good to go now. Do we need to kill these guys down here or check for relics or anything?
Yeah.
The dungeon's unpleasant enough. You don't want to spend any more time here than you have to, but at the same time I don't want to necessarily have to backtrack either.
Yeah, I think that this one just requires like a little bit of backtrack because you gotta go around a loop to make the gate open or something.
Ponton Finberry checking in. Hello, Ponton. I had that video clip from a while back where I had cratered a guy with a pretty good sniper shot and was pleased enough with myself. I gave a ha! And you heard Mrs. Mustafa in the background going, knock it off! The sound of me happy just upsets her. It's a married thing. Like I said, Lovecraftian nightmare. wrecked again. Nice shooting. The life you saved may have been your champion's.
You have done it. I shall soon be free. I am waiting for you.
I remember this fight being even worse than the first one.
Yeah, we don't want to follow her quite yet.
Okay.
There's still some stuff to pick up.
Alright. It is over here.
Did you finish the Borgoldy water quest?
I'll have to check. I don't know. Nope, everything's dead. Let's take a look. Yes. Oh
Okay.
no, I've done with Lost Relics. Restoring the... I'm at 5 of 6 for the water.
Okay, I might have picked up one somewhere that you didn't. There might be more than enough there, so keep an eye out.
Okay. Hot says, that's how I won a battle game once. Player was wide open, running, I just snipped him. I think that might have been sniped, or Ponton gave him a vasectomy, one of the two. I guess you could do both with a good sniper shot. Remnant of Rainiel.
So we'll want to find 2 of those before we go to the final boss. The third one is
Okay.
by her chest, the reward chest.
And this place is just awesomely evil looking. This is like how people probably imagine Hitler's bathroom or something.
Hmm.
Still at 5 of 6 on the water thing. Don't worry, Zune, I'll save you.
Mucho gracias.
That was bubbling, but it stopped bubbling. I completed a Filthwell Slayer deed, but I don't think it popped up and said there was a Slayer Advanced deed. Yeah, just deed complete. Where's that last swirling bit of water we need to purify?
Should be somewhere here. I think we went this way, but this might have been around where I picked it out.
Yeah, it's easy to get distracted when you're fighting for your life. So yeah, Mrs. Mustafa and I are both kind of a mess. She's run down and I've got eye trouble, and I decided it was beautiful here today. It was like 75 and sunny, and I had the day off. I went for a walk, and about 2 blocks out, my calf started cramping up, and I decided
come back toward me.
it would be best to push through. So I continued my walk, just about a mile. But that last block or two was all straight uphill, and by the time I've been walking around like an 80-year-old man all afternoon. Oh, there it is. Good job. Other than that, though, Mrs. Mustafa and I are doing great.
Nice.
Yep. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. Arraignment of Raniel.
Now we can go to the final boss.
Hooray! Let's keep that death count counter going. I did set this to 2-man and not 3-man, correct?
Correct. I don't think there was a 3-man.
And we're 5 levels above where I set it. I'm just a little surprised that we were getting punched in the groin that hard. Okay, I remember having to keep up while we run.
Yeah, this is not a good fight for a melee class, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'll do my best to keep up.
Yeah, pretty much wherever they, we'll fight her first, and then her final form comes out.
Snipe was a typo. I figured, Ponton. Alright, fight her, then the thing comes out, and it chases you, and I'll have to chase it.
Yeah, it drops platforms, so you have to keep on moving. And I think there's some, little ads that come too. Or something, I don't know.
Yeah, some creeping arms or something. I think I took care of the ads last time.
That might have been
that
the
was
case.
what got us through it.
I don't know if it was the running run, but I know at one point we went different directions, so, and one of us got caught in a dead end or something.
I did, yeah.
That might have.
I'll try to avoid that this time.
I mean, if you go down, I'll just keep on going. I should be okay. Because I can, this is a good fight for a Blue Line Hunter. So, we'll give it our best.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
I did not like.
And I get, we just don't want the boss to the front. So after we start fighting, probably, kind of run around the back where there's that fountain going on back there.
I know I don't want to fall in the water.
Yeah.
So far I've managed to avoid that.
I'll probably run, you know, around counterclockwise, I guess. And try not to run past the front of the room where we came in so we don't reset it. We'll see.
This kind of makes the Watcher and Moria look like a pup.
Yeah, so got basically
Time to move.
I'm not exactly sure how big of an area it drops down in the water.
Yep. Big enough. Well, I can't even see to try to keep up with you. That thing is blocking my views. Yeah, I'm just caught up in its tide. I couldn't even see where the hell to run. Good luck.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. It'll be a fun ride back. Oh, I think it's gated off now. I don't even know if I'll be able to get back. Or I just went the wrong way, which could definitely be the case.
Yeah, it shouldn't be gated off now.
I'm not a smart man. No trail of breadcrumbs.
It should have at least dropped you off at the first boss. I'm trying to get to your arrow. So, yeah, okay, we're right here.
I just kept getting caught up in that thing's wake and couldn't even get ahead of it. Couldn't see
Yeah,
where the ground was.
It's not a good fight for a melee.
No.
Because you can't stop running. And I suppose depending on your graphic settings, the mess it makes maybe hard to see the platforms and the bridges.
I was basically running along with it like I wanted it to eat me. It's like, no, please, I'm right here. Gobble me up. It was highly annoying. But we got it done. And we'll do death count 3. See, it is still broken. Now it just says streamers died 2 times. SKDX Killer checking in. Hello, Nick. How are you? Shout out for my man SKDX Killer, a recovering Lotro stream team member. He promised he'd stop by and say hello. I guess we're leaving the instance.
Yep.
The horrors of Minas Morgul.
Is it possible the death count 3, like the 3 has to be in with the, you know, there's no space in between it, or?
Nope, I typed it right. Otherwise it wouldn't have popped up at all. It would have just said unknown command. That is syntactically correct. See, if I do death count 1, it'll say 2. Yeah. If I type death count 7, it'll say 2. There's just something borked in the command.
It is not Terry.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh. No, I turned in the water. Okay. I'm like, it wasn't
Let
ready
us
to
not
turn in,
tarry.
but it self-completed in the dungeon. I was like, why is that
You
not
help
up
bear
there
my
with the
burden,
rest of it?
friend.
Yeah, some of them self-complete, some of them don't. I don't know the logic.
Next up on the hit parade?
Halls of Black Lore, I believe. I don't think we've done that one.
Okay, all's bad.
Now
Black
then.
Lore.
Faith alone will not stop the
You
enemy.
picked everything up on the right. Should already have the
Yep.
Slayer quest, whatever they call it, the item quest for that. Should give us the plaster, I believe, quest.
Man, level 150.
This one should not result in any deaths.
Hey, you're running with me. Anything's possible.
Yeah. I think we should both be able to get our own set of 2 dudes to help us out.
For those of you hanging out in chat, stay tuned. When we get done with this instance, you'll have a chance to win a new car. Might be a Matchbox, might be a Hot Wheels car, but we will give away a new car to the first person who can correctly guess what my Silver Hobbit present is going to be. Oh, that's weird.
What's that?
I'm already at 4 of 6 or 5 of 6 for treated dowels.
Yeah, everything you kill has a chance to drop them.
Okay.
The only enemy in here that you have to be careful of are the spirits that have like 700,000 morale. And if you start doing this kind of induction thing, you gotta interrupt it right away, or else they'll keep on piling on dread until you just die.
Like what Mrs. Mustafa does to me.
Yeah, so that one that was in the back popped on that induction, it interrupted it right away.
Yeah, it's stuck on 2 times. There's something wrong with the command. I've actually died 3 times, but...
Don't tell them. He's only died twice. Oh, and the fun thing is that in this instance, you'll get like regular loot as drops from enemies. I don't know why. Past missions.
Don't worry, Zinger, I'll save you.
Oh yeah, and sometimes your pets will just kind of like go off on their own adventure. I don't even know where they are. And that's where I learned from Chromite that there's a command that you can type in that will release all your pets. And you can just summon them if you want.
Oh, well, that's fun.
Like slash pets release all or something like that.
Who knew? Chromite's smart.
That's handy in cases where if, like, you know, you lose a lore master pet and you don't have no idea where it went.
Or like if my very fancy cat disappears on me. I have a very fancy cat. They suckered me in with the name on that one. I usually don't even bother with cosmetic pets because I'm so constrained on hot bar slots anyway. I was like, what's so dang fancy about this very fancy cat? I gotta check it out.
What was its name?
Nothing, very fancy cat. There's nothing particularly fancy about it, and so I was like, oh, this is disappointing. So, I'll let you guys be the judge. Let's pause for a minute and pop out my very fancy cat. There he is. That's the very fancy cat.
Where did that come from?
I don't even remember. It's just there's nothing very fancy about it. It's just a cat. I feel like I was duped. It follows me around and it meows a lot, but what's fancy about it? Nothing.
Let's see, can you ride with the Rangers or the Thelonian? About it.
Sounds about right. Now, I did get the Fox in the Flowers Yard statue. That's a spectacular piece. That's kind of cool looking.
To crush the halls of here I have painstakingly collected dark knowledge from every corner of Middle-earth. My work is never finished. The collection will never be complete. No, the work will continue as long as evil resides in this world.
Because your allies are down there fighting.
Okay.
It's okay, they'll take care of it for us.
So tell me, heroes, as you surround to address yourselves, why have you come?
That won't start until we click a book, so we're fine.
Have you misguided fools come to destroy my life?
Are we ready to head down there, or are we still missing some stuff?
That will not do at all.
No, we've cleared all that we can up there,
so
we're ready to go down.
Nothing for nothing. Come closer. Allow me to see what you have seen. What nightmares still haunt your dreams? What have the chronicles to say about you?
All right, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to clear those dudes behind him first, or we're good?
We'll clear him.
Yes, I see a name in your mind. A name for your fears. Allow me to find the chronicle of
Stay
these
puft
events.
marshmallow, man.
Here it is. You faced a great spider haunting the forest Fangorn. A fearsome man-eater. Interesting. No, the great spider in Torech Ungol is a far more worthy foe than this. Was I wrong? Let us try again.
Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of different bosses that can spawn, and every week new
The
set
nameless
of bosses
ones.
will appear.
This one was lost, separated from his mother, and found his way to the 16th hall.
Just like in Cardoon, it splits up. Still not the horror I am searching for. Gurdur was nothing compared to the false king Mordirith, as he was known then. He is well known to you, I see. This is the name. Gorotul, the sorcerer of Dol Guldur, trained by the Dark Lord himself, with magics to rival the Witch King. Face your fears, mortals. Face the terrors of your past.
Okay.
From this point on, I will teach you the true meaning of terror.
I'm not going to get a lot of damage done stuck back here in this corner.
Perhaps trained by the Dark Lord, but still just a man. Unworthy even of becoming a Gorsyul. I will strive to find a more difficult opponent for you.
Alright, did you get your sigils?
Yes, sir.
Alright, do we have to mess with the book again?
Yep.
There's
We'll
a
have one more.
Gondorian scroll over here.
Ah, okay.
I just saw that. 7 of 8. That's where we came down from. Are we still missing a scroll? Here it is. 8th scroll. Morgul manuscript. 7 of 8 on Morgul manuscripts.
There's a book over here if you still need one.
Yeah, I'm one short on Morgul manuals. Oh, here it is. Apparently I am being overcome with dread. Do not have enough room to do that.
That'll probably go away. Yeah, that's what happens when that, if that shade can get its induction off, it just starts piling on dread. And I think if it hits a certain point, it just auto-kills. Yeah.
Okay, we're good now?
Oh, yeah, you look good to me. Wow, took a lot.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what he comes up with for us.
Now, let us turn to the tale of one of your most hated foes.
Sarah Oakhart?
In Wildemore, you faced a terrible monster.
Wildemore.
His coming was marked by a fierce storm and jagged ice erupting from the ground. Whole villages were destroyed in his wake. The time has come to relive your fight against Mustafa.
If you really want to scare the poop out of everybody, they should have us fight that warg from our chat.
So when he says that thing about massive ice storm, there's these horns that are on the ground. You just have to click on the horn and then use the horn. Oh, I just died.
Did I not click fast enough?
If you clicked on it, it shows up in that like auto skill bar. I mean, if it doesn't say that he's using a thing, you don't need to use it, but...
Oh, okay. I just keep fighting him regularly?
Yeah, just fight him regularly, and...
Okay.
If that text comes up that says, like, he's summoning a massive ice storm, then you use the horn.
Okay, that's my bad.
And all these ice things on the ground are like, you know, pea puddles.
blew the horn. Did it not work?
I don't know, but he's almost dead, so...
Valiant heroes prevail. Every monster has its weakness. But what is this? A simmering anger.
Yeah, I think I was just standing in too many of those ice storm things. And, yeah.
His wretched experiments
squishy.
transformed the noble giant into a weapon.
Clearly
of
they need to buff
destruction.
blue hunters some more.
Ah, what beautiful rage. It is that force
Now we go up there
I will
and
turn against you.
Punch him in the face. Or he's got one more for us.
No, we're good.
Okay. Where'd he go?
To the bowels of heaven.
It's way up here.
Still, you wish to face me? I have proven I know your entire history. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears, your regrets. You have no hope of victory in this place. Come then, face your demise. Sorceries and secrets from all the ages are at my disposal. Sorceries and secrets from all the ages are at my disposal. Rage is a double-edged sword. I know of many ways to make you suffer. Another mortal body wasted! You did not think you could defeat me so easily, did you? I am bound to Kasha Kutut, and will linger until my work is complete. The Dark Lord bade it so.
Yakety schmackety.
You have given me much this day. You may take one volume from
I
the
give up. Where'd you go?
choose.
I might be losing connection. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Like, where'd Zinger go? He got teleported out of the fight. Pot and Finberry causes a rain of waffles to descend upon Twitch chat. Waffles sound good. Timothy Vance checking in. Hello, Timothy. How are you?
Sorry about that.
Hey, that's okay. You said it could happen.
Yeah, at least this is just the game. I don't know why the game's just been randomly disconnecting for me. Everything else is fine. I don't know if I need to just like reinstall Lotro or something like that, or if it's something without like port forwarding and stuff that I have no idea about.
That sounds like a question for Chromite. Alright, I promised you guys a chance to win a brand new car. We'll go ahead and do that now while Zinger's getting reconnected. Go ahead and enter your guesses. What do you think my Silver Hobbit present will be? Be specific. Don't just say pile of scraps. Say massive pile of copper scraps. You think I'm going to get a potion? Say it's going to be a minor potion of morale or a minor potion of power. Be specific with your guess, and if you guess correctly what my Hobbit present will be, you win a new car. Might be a Matchbox, might be Hot Wheels. That'll be at my discretion, but if you guess correctly, you win a new car. Edith Aldora is here. She guesses a tracking tome. Zendros says Tome of Defense. I'll give you guys about 15 or 20 seconds to get your guesses in. If somebody else guesses what you're thinking, pick something else. It's the first person to guess that. Sir Waffles says Daleman's Crams. Always a good guess. Telerian, you want to pick something else. Sir Waffles just aced you out on that guess. Ponton says 1,000 marks. Ooh, it could be expensive. If Telerian wins, I'll have to ship a new car all the way to Germany. Zinger says Tome of Extraordinary Experience. Alright. Good guesses all. Let's give it about 10 more seconds if you want to get in on this. Zingers come online. That is terrific news. Telerian says, my display says the other way around. I can only go by what I see. According to Chatty, Sir Waffles guessed it. You guys guessed at the same time, and it put his guess above yours. So, my apologies, Telerian. Tome of Might. That would be awesome. Alright, we'll close the guessing in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Timothy Vance says a Tome of Run Speed. Probably a good guess. 2, 1, 0. Okay, if you haven't gotten your guess in, now is the time. We'll go ahead and close it. And let's check what the Hobbitses. Although I may have to eject some loot. Ooh, lucky me, I got some Adventurer Steel-bound boxes. Getting one of those is basically how you win the game. Telerian says it was the same second. Yeah, it was. You guys were bam bam right there. But we'll go with Tome of Might, Telerian, and good luck. Let's see what the Hobbits have for me. Minor Potion of Power, which nobody guessed. That was even one of the things that I specifically named. The Hobbits know what you guys are going to guess, and they always throw a loop. I have not been able to give a new car away. We'll go back and double check. Tracking Tome, Tome of Defense, Daleman's Crams, 1,000 marks, Tome of Extraordinary Experience, Tome of Might, Tome of Run Speed. Edith Aldora says, darn, she missed out on the free car. Hopefully we'll be able to give one away next week. And since I'm a champion, I'll just go ahead and drink that Minor Potion of Power to get it the hell out of my inventory. There we go. So, I take it you don't need to come back into the instance for any reason? Singer?
Yes.
Hobbits might ask, what is a new car? Did you need the instance?
I don't know. 1 second.
Be wary, my friends. Evil spoils these grounds.
Oh, I guess not. I didn't know if I needed the chest or not.
I opened it, and I think you were still there,
okay.
technically. Hopefully
Yeah,
it auto
no,
bestowed
I got the
reward.
loot, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I think it was just, maybe just those relics, I believe.
Good, good, good. Alright, I'm back at ECAD Ulel. I will wait for you here. There he is. He's magically appeared. I have no idea how the hobbits know what everybody guesses. Bacchus checking in. Hello, Bacchus. Why do you have XP boosts in your bags at 130? Bacchus, who knows why I do half the things I do. It's because I need to sort through all this crap and clean it out. It's, you know, it just... It's probably valuable to somebody. In Lotro, a new car would be a new wagon pulled by a mighty steed. That would be good. Timothy Vance says, I gotta sleep. Have a good night, all. Good night, Timothy. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you again soon. Larry Enna says the same thing to me all the time, Bacchus. He's like, just give me 10 or 15 minutes. I'll donate to the charity of your choice. I just want to go clean out your bags. One of these days. One of these days. Problem is, every time I clear out my bags, they just fill back up with stuff. Okay, what did we save for next, Singer?
At this point, we've done all the ones on the list. If you want to keep on doing them, we can. If you feel like you're done doing them for now,
Well, it looks like we need to do 3 more for the meta wrapper.
Yeah, let's do Harrowing of Morgul.
Okay.
That'll finish off the quest wrapper, and then there's
Will
just
you
the
help bear my burden,
instance wrapper.
friend?
Okay.
Let us not tarry.
There should be 2 quests there, and the 3rd quest, the steel one from the other guy. Yeah, that should be 3
Okay,
quests.
and we already have that queued up, right?
Yeah, we should.
I was looking for that, and is it under continuing threats?
Let's see.
Or under the reclaiming?
It's under the reclaiming. You have the quest.
Okay. Okay. I'll take your word for it. We ride for the harrowing and for glory. The harrowing of Morgul. I want to do the 12-man. We're going to do it at level 150.
Well, it's good that you got those experience boosts then.
Yep. That'll make all the difference. Bacchus says, be right back, though. Need to make some coffee.
In an attempt to repel the forces of Uglakor and the range
The 5 tiers of crafting mats you're carting around with you all the time. That's because I don't have any more storage. I'm full.
Might be turned to your advantage.
My
What do you
house
have in
chest
your
is full.
What do you have in your vault mostly?
Between the orcs,
I don't even remember.
Morgul.
Other stuff.
Cosmetics and whatnot or something, I guess.
Yeah, it's, you know,
If you have all your
crafting
crafting
stuff
stuff,
I
yeah.
never wanted to give up, and you just never know when you're going to need something or you're going to want to craft something for another alt. We're supposed to be looking out for some stuff that's going to be tucked away off to the sides, correct?
Yep. Yeah, the first one will be past, straight ahead past the barricade.
Okay.
But they're always in the same place, so once you do it a couple times, you kind of learn where the placements are.
I remember doing this last time. I like this because it involves slaughtering orcs. That always makes me happy.
And it's a straightforward, very linear pathway to get to where you need to go. Don't have to loop around in poisons.
We're not getting tossed into acid by giant tentacles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, orcish weapons. We got that going on. Edith Aldora says, where have you bought all there is already? Yeah, I've got as much storage as I can buy. I don't know. Can you buy beyond what's available with Lotro points if you actually break out the wallet?
No. It's
Yeah, I think I'm completely maxed out. That might be the one thing that I do crack my wallet open for. It's more storage, but I don't even think I can get that.
Oh wait, yeah. For personal vault,
Oh yeah, you
you
can.
can.
But it's super expensive. It's per character.
Yeah. You never want to do that. Yeah.
So I'm at 120 slots on Galandriel, and Shanaria, my armorer and tailor. I actually have 150 slots on her. I tend to keep my single-use recipes if I get extras, and there's so many recipes for that. You're going to be a metalsmith tailor. There's so many single-use recipes that it's mind-boggling. And I unlocked extra storage for her thinking it was account-wide. When I realized it was per character, it's like, yeah, I'm never doing that again.
And that's probably another reason why I don't, like with crafters like that, I don't dip into both things. I just, have a character
Pick one,
that's
yeah.
an explorer and connection to the tailoring, and one that's metalsmithing.
Yeah. Well, and on historians too. I mean, there's so many different recipes for scholar that trying to keep up with the weaponsmith stuff is challenging.
And then there's the cook.
Yeah,
the yeoman. It's insane.
I've given up much hope of being able to do anything cooking-wise with Galandriel, at least as far as the guild. She's got her cooking skill maxed out, but I don't even think she's joined the cooking guild. I don't have enough room to even do the guild crafting for that, so not on her personally, and not in our vault, and not in our house storage. I mean, you play for 14 years and get to level 130, and I just don't have room for all this stuff, It's like, what do I want to throw away? Nothing. I mean, I like my stuff. I earned my stuff. We got orcish weapons back here. Maybe you got them already?
Yeah, I think I picked up the 3 while you were playing the first pack.
But it's like the Black Book of Mordor stuff. It's like, I've got all of these texts put away, but at the same time, it's like, I did the work, I want to keep the stuff as mementos for completing all the quests, but then where the hell do you store it?
Yeah, that's when you need to create a mule, and just have a mule that stores all your precious stuff you never want to get rid of.
Yeah, but even going back to my Asheron's Call days, I mean, even my so-called mule characters were viable. I hate the idea of wasting a character slot on somebody you're not going to play. But from a practical standpoint, it's kind of necessary. That's an old Emo Phillips joke. You can't have everything. Where would you put it?
That's why I bought enough character slots on this account to have those kinds of mules.
Maybe we'll save that. I keep threatening Zinger that one of these nights we're going to do a complete Adventures of Floyd and DeWitt and Adventures of Floyd and DeWitt Part 2 run. Which I don't think he's looking forward to.
We could do that tonight. Okay.
Well, maybe we'll do an inventory management special. Where we just spend an entire stream sorting through all of Ed's crap and seeing what he saved and what he needs to get rid of. But I mean, I've got housing items, and what's funny about it is, I mean, my main character setup on Arkenstone, I don't have anywhere near the fishing trophies that I do on Brandywine or Evernight. There we go.
I think it's only right to wait for
noisy orcs.
Wait for Lariana to be around to do that inventory management.
Fair enough. We'll have to schedule a time when Lariana and Bacchus can be around for that. But I've had other streamers tell me that they can't watch me because I walk around with my packs open and it just triggers them. It just bugs them so bad. It's like, I can't watch that.
You all done on? We should be all done on the side quests.
Yeah, I don't see anything to pick up. We just need to kill orcs and get to the next boss. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, with a hunter, Floyd and DeWitt shouldn't be that tough. I'm not exactly sure where they're all located, but
that's why it'd be an adventure.
I can get you around the world pretty quickly.
Well, and that's one of the few things I've never completed on any character. That and that godforsaken dungeon in Aragian.
That thing with the epic or whatever.
Yeah, where it's 2 levels, and you basically port from the first level down to the second level and then back up. And I mean, that Freelancer was telling me he's completed that on like 8 different characters. And I'm like, oh my god, I hated that so much. When we get done with this, I'll have to show you my not that you care in particular, you've probably seen it before. We're all done here, right?
Yep.
Alright, let's leave the instance. But let me show you what a deed log looks like for Eriador. Freeland, done. Shire, done. And I mean wiped. If I show you the completed stuff, literally everything's listed. So it's not like I just didn't do it at all. Arid Lewin done. Lone Lands done. Okay, North Downs, that's pretty funny. Oh, Treasures of the North Downs. One of the things I've never bothered to do is going and finding every treasure pack or every
treasure cache
in every region. They added those late, and it's like, I don't care enough. I'm not going to go back and try to find every one of those. I don't. Oh, there is rep for that. Interesting. Okay, maybe I will sometime. And they give you gift givers brands for that. Kooky. Oh, interesting. This character has never killed. And again, my apologies. My eye trouble should be clearing up in a few days. Trying to read gold text on a beige background. I've never killed Rotspittle on this character. I'm actually finding some stuff that I didn't know I hadn't done, so that is interesting. Trollshaw's wiped clean completely. Misty Mountains treasure packs, or treasure caches. I mean, I've got like 5 of 12 on some of these because I've run into them, but Evandem treasure caches. Angmar treasures. I know there's that one treasure cache in Angmar that everybody just hates trying to get. You have to jump down near the death water, and if you miss the jump, it's instant death. I don't know who figured out how to put that cache where it's at, but that's the level of diabolical that I appreciate. But here it is in Aragian. Exploration from top to bottom. I've got 19 of 23, and the dungeon is
Mina's Elender.
there you go. And I hated that place so much I never bothered to go finish it. And until they started adding treasure caches and roving threats, I literally had... Oh, Defense of Lorien too. That's right, I started it late on her. But until you get to Gondor, I mean, I had everything wiped. That's Lothlorien, though. Enidwaith, completely wiped clean. Dunland, completely wiped clean. I mean, I did every deed in every region except that, and then that stuff got added later. But that's the only deed that left undone in all of Eriador. That's how much I hate that
Be
thing.
wary, my friends.
So you can do my
Evil
Shire
spoils
Spoiled Pies,
these
because I'm at 2 of 12 right now.
Yeah, Spoiled Pies is a cakewalk compared to that dungeon in Aragian.
Yeah, I am not good at completing deeds. I have too many alts to focus on one, I guess.
Which is good. I was telling Duressa about what we'd been doing on Wednesday nights and how
Let us
I'm
help you bring
enjoying
glad
it because we've
tidings,
gone back
friend.
and revisited a lot of content you don't always get a chance to do if you're just running alts or not playing with the group.
If we do one more instance, we'll finish that you have to do 4 instance wrapper. If you don't want
Okay.
to do it, that's fine.
No, let's wrap it up. No pun intended.
I guess Shadow Roost will do it.
Shadow Roost?
Yep.
That's the one?
Faith alone will not stop
Unless you
the
want to
enemy.
do that Deep Arrow instance, because that's not fun at all.
Nope, Shadow Roost is fine. I love getting launched to my death.
Or we could do Houses of Lamentation,
Nah.
because there's the side of it.
You have chosen. Shadow Roost. 12-man instance, level 150. Here we go. I'm going to keep saying that until it gets funny.
Ha, 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 ha.
High above the Morgul Bay, nestled in a cleft upon the slopes of Agathos,
Yeah, there's a meaner one in
lies
Torokal behind the
carved
death
Direwall,
wall.
the Shadow Roost. It is said to be home to Katlob, the terrible winged broodmother of the fell beasts of
Oh,
Mordor,
Ponton says
whose
Floyd and DeWitt
countless
is my
children
favorite deed,
become
mainly because I
favourite
love
mounts
exploring.
of
Me
the
too.
Nazgul.
Unlike most, I sell everything to a vendor, whereas most players I see carry everything. I'd hate to be without something I need. That's my thinking most of the time. Bacchus went to make coffee. Edith told me storage is on sale. They're better than all those Slayer deeds. Yes, I agree. Hard Hit says, hello, Edith. Edith says, oh yeah, that one. Says hello to Hard Hit. Telerian says there was a meaner one in Forakel. Behind the death wall. Where's the death wall? I've done those Aragian ruins at least 5 or 6 times. Zendros, you are a glutton for punishment. Edith says, I cheat and use a map. The Forakel one out in the middle of the bay is a stinker. Well, if you're high enough level, you can swim in Forakel all day and the damage is incidental. Zinger got bored with me reading chat and ran up ahead to slaughter everything. Thank you, Zinger. I wonder if I even have a use for this Ithil Skarn. Probably
I
not.
left you a troll just for you to slay.
Thank you. Hopefully he'll knock me off this bridge.
My anger builds!
His anger's building. Hopefully that'll work out for him. Oh, why can't I fight this dude?
Yeah, there you go. It takes him a minute to.
Away from me, pests!
Didn't he kill one of us last time? Because we had our back to the wall, but he kind of skipped us along the wall.
Strength
Yes.
away with you!
Might have even been both bosses, because both this and the last boss had the same knockback.
Yeah, I remember that happening.
I think you got knocked back in this one, and I think. Oh, in the other one, I think you got knocked up as well, but I died from the poison in the same plate.
Okay. And Ponton reminds us that if you jump while swimming, you take less damage. Telerian says, if I recall correctly, you need to swim to the Forakel Bay for one cache, but you cannot cross the landscape by swimming there. There's a wall of sudden death. Oh, that sucks. Invisible walls of death are no fun.
It would be neat if there was like a small kind of invisible channel that you could swim through the whole bay, and there's some like hidden deed for it, and it's like it would be survivable. And like the title could be like Polar Bear Swimmer or something like that.
It's too bad Dio Papa's not here for this instance. This is like his dream. Somebody else goes and kills everything, and he just gets to loot all the crafting material. Hello, Kenneth.
You want to do the eggs?
Yeah.
The eggs have begun to hatch! Quickly! Toss the egg into the cavern below!
Goodbye.
The eggs have begun to hatch! Quickly! Toss the egg into the cavern below! The eggs have begun to hatch! Quickly!
These
Toss
green
the egg
squares
into
are
the
healing
cavern
zones,
below!
right? If I stand in them, I'll auto-heal.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It's like a lifeline thing.
Yeah.
Did I get it right there?
Well, I was watching some of the Lotro guys play the Division 2, and their healing effect is that same kind of green
The
splashy
eggs
thing.
have begun to hatch!
I figured
Quickly,
that's what it's
toss
for.
the egg into the cavern below!
Nice.
Ponton says, it is not as bad as the one cache in Angmar, which is surrounded by water of death and hard to jump across. Yeah, everybody loves jumping puzzles. Did we kill her that fast? I don't even think I got a swing in. That can't be the boss. That was just a fell beast, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I wasn't paying that much attention because I'm trying to keep up with chat, which is very much unlike me. But I value all of you and love talking to you, so thanks for being here tonight, gang. Mrs. Mustafa barely tolerates me, and I put a ring on her finger, so for you guys to all put up with me without even getting jewelry is very much something I'm grateful for. This is just straight up fight, stay away from the poison.
Yeah, yeah. If you get an eye on you, you're gonna drop the puddle, and watch out. You know, don't have your back to the cliff side. So I have an eye on me, so I'll drop the puddle and then I have to rerouting it.
I'll protect you, Zinger.
And that should finish off the other rapper.
Alright, good deal. We'll make an omelet here, crack a few eggs.
There is a third wrapper, but it's I think it requires doing harder stuff that I've never done. I think it can also be completed by doing those the Nazgul and that mortar besieged section, but I've never done those either.
Oh yeah, I'd love to go back and do that sometime. I wanted to fight all those Nazgul, and we kind of need a third, don't we?
Yeah, I think because like you know, you might just think like, oh, they're much lower than us, but they have some weird abilities that can like pretty much knock you out right away.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get that.
I know some like usually, not usually, but sometimes there's like groups, like whole raids that go out and do them kind of like ribbon threats, basically.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
But sometimes you can find that like in world chat or fellowship, looking for fellowship.
We'll just have to get the Wednesday night group up to snuff.
Yeah.
We looted the chest. We're all good.
Yep, we're all good.
Okay. Eating a sandwich says, how noob friendly is this game? I played during beta testing way back in the day, but had been playing other games at the time, was looking to try it again. Actually, what's funny about that, eating a sandwich, that is exactly my story. I was an Asheron's Call subscriber and got a chance to try both Dungeons & Dragons Online and Lotro back when they were full subscription MMOs. I liked both of them. I thought Lotro was a little bit of a snooze fest, but I only, I tried it during the beta and I just got a character up to, I don't know, level 12 or 15 or something. And it was really well polished, but not wildly different from some other games I'd played. It wasn't until after it went free to play that I came back, fell in love with it. It's a really nice realization of Tolkien's world. Lots of great content. If you like the movies, if you like the books, it's a wonderful experience, and it's very noob friendly. Most of the longtime players are what we jokingly refer to as altaholics. We're constantly rolling up new characters, going through the content again, and you won't find any of the new starter areas or old starter areas abandoned by any means. There's characters out there all the time, going through all of the different quests. And yeah, no, it's a great time to be coming back to it too. The game is healthy. They're creating new content all the time. The developers just rolled out the new War of the Three Peaks expansion. And, Minas Morgul is a fairly recent addition, too. That's what Zinger and I are working on now. It's terrific. I mean, we're having a good time. So we're done with the wrapper. It looks like I deeded up something.
Yeah, each of those gives virtual experience, so that might have been it.
Okay.
Altogether, I think 5,000 virtual experience for doing the two.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought my reputation went up somewhere, and it looks like it did. Reclamation of Minas Ithil. I'm at tier 3. So, yeah. That's the whole thing. New mail. Deed bestowed. Lotro points granted. And I mean, the game has a terrific free-to-play experience. It's definitely the furthest thing from pay to win. I'm on a completely free-to-play account. I've never been VIP. Not that you should not consider subscribing. It's a terrific game and well worth the money. If you do what I do, you need to be patient and be ready to grind a little bit. But I have characters at level cap. I've got virtually all of the content except for the new expansion unlocked. And, you know, I've done it all without having to crack open my wallet. But I think if you subscribe to the game, VIP helps you maximize the pleasure of your playing time. I spend a lot of time off screen doing what I call character maintenance, you know, doing some of the grindy things that help me keep my Lotro point count up and make sure that I've got plenty of points to do whatever I need to do as far as unlocking content and things. So don't be like me. Subscribe to the game because the game's terrific. But if you don't want to subscribe to it or you want to try it without having to subscribe, the free-to-play experience is really terrific also.
You help bear my burden, friend.
Hopefully everything I just said was relevant and of use to eating a sandwich. Baka says they were literally giving away almost all the content recently. It's a pity that you missed that. Well, it's, you know, it's okay. Besides, if we go through another series of lockdowns, maybe they'll offer that again. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
The upswing, huh?
Oh, that's weird. Why is that not stacking with my other Anfla Scroll of Empowerment? I know I've got at least one more.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but some things are like fellowship tradable.
Oh, that's what it is. It's fellowship.
Yeah, if you sell
tradable.
them and buy them back, they become bound to account. Or I don't know.
All right.
Maybe
Well, had
they
I
still
known
won't
that,
stop
I wouldn't
using.
have picked that up yet. But that's okay. Boy, the idea of selling an Anfla Scroll of Empowerment just makes my head spin. Even if I know I can buy it right back.
But all those like LI runes and stuff like that, you can, you know, if they don't stack, you can sell and buy them back and they'll stack.
I'm looking for the mailbox. Is there not a mailbox here?
It's to the left exit of the camp. You walked right by it.
Oh, there it is. It finally... Again, eye trouble. There we
Gotcha.
go. I think my hunter's in the same boat as Galadriel. I think she's just done with imbued legendaries.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good situation to be in. She has the benefit of going out and soloing roving threats on a regular basis. So getting extra Anfla Scrolls of Empowerment was something to do with her gift givers brands. Which I might start doing on... I don't need to do it on Galadriel now. I don't know why I was going to say Other than I'm not a smart man. I think I got rid of all my scrolls and wax and stuff. Alright, we'll send that off and that'll at least open up. I can't mail that. Bound to account. Oh. This one can't be mailed. The other ones can? Yeah. Okay, well that's 2 anyway. Inventory management's hard. So, I'm not a big fan of wearing the reading glasses while I'm streaming, not because I'm particularly vain or mind wearing them, but the problem is with the lamp that I have right up here to help illuminate the webcam, it just basically reflects right off of the reading glasses, so bear with me here, folks. I don't want to look like I'm from a Little Orphan Annie cartoon. For those of you who aren't old enough to remember, the characters didn't have eyeballs, they just had white eyes and you couldn't see their eyes. See how bad that reflection is? Yeah, it's pretty bad. Okay. We'll live with it for a minute here. Actually, I don't know, those reading glasses are making it worse. Shimmering Toric. I'm already wearing a pretty nice Toric, so that can be crushed.
I just picked up the bow recipe from this guy, so I should be able to make you my bow if you want one.
Okay. I'm mostly just crushing extra elite warbow, might and vitality, or
one's just more offensive, one has more defensive. I assume you just want the offensive one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make it later. I have to crush up some wood and stuff like that to do it.
At your convenience, sir. Thank you. This one looked more interesting. I think this would be a good replacement for one of my other pieces. Parry instead of finesse. The same fate rating, more or less. It's got a slightly lower might rating and a much better vitality rating. So I want to replace my Morgul Reclaimer's Mithril Ring with a Morgul Reclaimer's Adamant Ring. What else we got here? Van braces. Yep. I don't know, that's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of another. Much better might rating on the right. Slightly better vitality rating on the left. I'll keep the ones I'm wearing. We'll go ahead and crush the new ones. What's this?
Yeah, that's where it boils down to, like, trying to do the math and how much might gives you physical mastery and whatnot.
Well, that's an easy one to figure out. This one has a outgoing healing rating on it. A might and vitality piece of jewelry. I suppose if I were a captain that would be useful. I am not a captain. I don't even own a boat. Oh, good heavens, I had 2 more pieces of jewelry I picked up. Let's see what we got. Well, that's pretty interesting. Better might, lower vitality.
And then also, in case it ever mattered, like once you sell, if you sell the stuff to a vendor and buy it back,
Yeah.
it's bound to account. So you could mail it to an alt if you had one that was, you know, on the server, a might-based character. Just as an aside.
No, I appreciate you mentioning it.
And because the stuff like starts off as fellowship tradable, like if you had like your hunter on the server, I could have been giving you the stuff, and then you know sell and make it bound to account, and then you can mail it to your hunter. So it's nice that they offered that.
Apparently I need to log on Lenorian. You got anybody on here who is like level 90 to 95?
On
Arkenstone?
I don't know. I have a runekeeper that's, I think she's only 80 actually.
Okay, well it's not too far off. My minstrel is 90 or 95, and she's in Wildermore, and I've been thinking it might be good to dust her off and start playing her. If the first thing we do is level up your runekeeper, that's fine too. But we're quickly getting to the point where until we can buy War of the Three Peaks with Lotro points, we're going to be up against the content wall.
She actually might be 90. I don't know. My chart says, my outdated chart that I have says 84 for my runekeeper, and it's not going to be any lower than that. After that, I think it's just my hunter and my guardian, and yeah, my guardian.
Okay. This is the kind of stuff I like to do off stream, cleaning up my mailbox. But inventory management waits for no one. Anyway, the reason I'm thinking about Lenorian right now is I'm dumping all of these heritage ruins on her. So at some point I'm going to have to log her in and use all those. And then I need to figure out what to do with all of these lost lore copies. I thought there was supposed to be like a special bookshelf and you could fit all this stuff on this magic bookshelf they created. I guess I just imagined that.
Yeah, I think you have to complete like all the, it's like a meta deed for completing all the lost lores. I don't know how it works. It might be just an additional bookshelf, but like you can't put the other books into it or anything.
Alright, I got 3 pack spaces open. Overflow loot is done. I do need to sell some stuff, so we'll talk to the provisioner. I definitely picked up some vendor crap. Must have repaired already. Let's see what we have for vendor crap, shall we?
Yep, like I said, yeah, the Halls of Black Lore drops loot. I don't know why that one does. It's loot, can't complain with that.
Dark essences, that is the definition right there. Cracked lances will just sell. I think my hunter is already kindred with that rep item because we sent her so much. It's like she hasn't even been to that yet, so that was an oops.
Ginger, I think he's just looking for something else to play.
Hi, Ginger. Yeah, we're on Arkenstone. Oh, anyway, eating a sandwich says, awesome, thanks. I might just try both up to like a certain level and see which one sticks. That'd be cool. Oh, Druid's Fire's mentioned some stuff. Hi, Druid's Fire. Wow, I missed a bunch of chat. Why didn't you tell me I was missing chat?
You're missing chat, sir.
Thank you. Zinger's supposed to be here to keep me on track, but inventory management just completely occupied my focus. Giving away content. Worldwide event that's going on. SSG completely decided to make Lotro. Yeah. Awesome. Odd question. I've been a long-term WoW Final Fantasy player. Generally support roles. Lots of good support roles. Paladin, Holy Priest. Somewhat interested in Runekeeper and Bjorning potentially. Any recommendations for first? Well, if you've been playing a lot of MMOs, you'll pick up Lotro pretty quickly. Extra Life. RK is pretty much like a shaman. Bjorning is definitely more like playing a druid without the balance spec. I enjoy RK, but I never played Bear, so I can't really comment one over the other. Yeah, that's... interestingly enough, neither of those classes are available with the basic game. Runekeeper and Warden are both included with the Moria expansion. And again, you can unlock Moria with Lotro points. You don't have to pay money for it. But I believe Bjorning, you either have to buy the class, or was it available bundled with one of the expansions? Or was that only High Elf and Mordor I'm thinking of? I think Bjorning you had to buy separately. So you can buy the Bjorning class in the store with Lotro points, but you'll have to grind the points. You can't start out with a Bjorning or a Runekeeper unless you buy the class or buy the Moria expansion in the case of Runekeeper. This is the Arkenstone server. I picked Arkenstone as my main server back in beta because I figured the list would be alphabetical. It is not, so that was a miscalculation on my part. But Arkenstone is a very fine server. It's one of my top 15 Lotro servers, and it's also considered the most active as far as player versus monster player. If you want to go out into the Ettenmoors and mix things up. In my humble opinion, I don't think that's a strong suit of Lotro, but it is available if that's something that interests you. I haven't spent a lot of time out in the moors, so that's kind of my opinion based on limited play. And yeah, like Zinger explained, Ginger, we were just talking about maybe switching things up here in a week or two and taking out my Minstrel instead of continuing to play Galandriel. Ginger has a guard at 93rd and a warden at 96. Perfect. And she has an 87 hunter over there too. Yeah, that's just something that we're kicking around, but keep an eye on it. And if you want to run with Zinger and me on Friday nights, we'd love to have you along.
Yep.
So, although I think if somebody else is playing hunter besides him, Zinger could become super jealous.
That's true. I was going to say, Both of us end up playing light characters, light armored, having a heavier, something tanky might be handy.
Awesome, thank you. I haven't had a new bow in a long time.
Yeah, they don't seem to hold them out.
It is mostly a convenience item on a champion. But there's no reason to run a bow so under-leveled as the one I have.
Yeah, should give you a bit of life and attack.
Oh, it's worth 58 silver if I sell it. Thank you, I need the cash. JK.
Hey, if you pay me 40 wood boards, I'll go ahead.
Yeah. So what's the upgrade in DPS? I'm going from 1100 to 3000. I'd say that's a pretty decent upgrade. I'll sell the old one.
And like I said, like the guy here that sells them for, you have to barter using those relics, those relics. But the benefit is that the equipment here doesn't require using those specialty ingredients in those boxes to make. So they're not quite as good as the ones that you can make with the specialty ingredients, but they're much easier to make.
Yeah, and usually the bump, it's funny how small some of the advantages are.
Yeah, it's just like upgrading essences. Sometimes where, you're upgrading from one tier to another and it's like 50 morale bump.
Yeah. It's like, wow, what a colossal waste of time this is. If you're a mini-maxer, though, you gotta get it all.
Yeah, understandable for a min-maxer.
Min-maxers are people who take all the joy out of video games and turn it all into math. I think they'd all be playing EVE Online.
They're usually the one that spend more money for the content, so that's fine with me.
Yep.
If they're the ones.
Thanks for paying for the fun SSG. For all of us. Absolutely. Yeah, and to eating a sandwich, if you want to take one single character and max it out as quickly as possible in Lotro, not what this game is about. It's really about the journey, it's about the storytelling, it's about exploring. For a lot of people, it's about the socializing. There's players who have in-game bands that play music. They go to in-game festivals. They get together and just play music together on a given night once a week. That's a whole scene. You can take a single character and drive it to max level. You might find that there's not much to do once you get to max level, and you might find that to be expensive. You will need to crack open your wallet if you're only going to try to max out a single character instead of playing a broad range of characters. I kind of stumbled into my method accidentally. When I came back to Lotro and decided I wanted to play it regularly and I was enjoying the game, I wasn't sure what class to focus on. I had my champion left from beta. Galandriel's my original character from way back when, and it was like, okay, well, let's try this and let's try that. And I had a whole range of different characters on 3 different servers, Silverlode and Crick Hollow and Arkenstone. And what I wanted to do is try each of the classes, and I created what I call crafting circles, where I'd have a scholar, a weaponsmith, an armorsmith tailor, a cook jeweler on every server, so that they could craft for each other and support each other. And so I had 12 or 13 characters. Some of the classes repeated, but I had reasons for being on each of those 3 servers at the time. And the characters could help each other out and craft for each other, but by leveling all of those characters kind of up together at the same time and sharing resources with them, you earn Lotro points by completing quests and completing deeds in game. As those characters leveled, the Lotro points for the store just came pouring in. And I always had plenty of Lotro points to unlock content, buy writing skills, buy the premium wallet, unlock expansions, and I never had to break open my wallet because of how I started out and leveled up a bunch of characters. You know, when I came back, the game was free to play. It'd probably been launched to retail, I don't know, what would that have been? 3 years maybe, Zinger? So I wasn't going to be the first person to do anything in game. You know, I was late to the party, so there was no sense in hurrying. But that suits my personality. I tend to be more patient than people when it comes to certain things, or more certain than most people, I should say. So, you know, I wasn't in a big hurry to get to max level. I was enjoying exploring. I was enjoying the storylines, and it just worked for me. If you want to take a couple of characters, explore the upper levels of the game quickly, you're going to want to go VIP. It's worth the money to subscribe. It'll save you a lot of time and frustration. I, on the other hand, was perfectly fine taking my time and patiently grinding the way I did to get the Lotro points I needed. It wasn't, I mean, it was like, oh, I want to unlock this. Oh, I've got plenty of Lotro points. It's not like I ever intentionally grinded for points. It just happened. It was a happy thing. I don't know if I am up for Floyd and DeWitt Singer. Do we want to go to the next area and start poking around? I think the only thing I've done out there literally is just turn in task items.
You can do that. Yeah, and even just subbing for 1 month will unlock a lot of benefits as long as you create characters during that month and lock them in.
Yeah, there's a lot of nickel and dime stuff I have to pay for with Lotro points that if you just go VIP for a month, Swift Travel is locked to me. Having to buy virtue slots and, I mean, yeah, I get dinged 95 Lotro points for stuff day in and day out all the time. And every time I start a new character, I've got plenty of points, so it doesn't bother me, but most people aren't going to play the way I play. Ooh, I've got 2 points to spend. Who knew? Battle acuity. Great cleave AoE damage, finesse increase. I'll just take the finesse increase. And I know I'm missing some class trait points on Galadriel, and I couldn't tell you from where. She's got 91. Isn't the max like 96 or something?
Sounds right. I don't know either. I'm not good at finding those kind of things. I know there's like a checklist you can go through, but I think you still have to like manually look at, you know.
Stable Master's horse to the new area? Is that what we're doing?
I had that letter thing. I think you might have done already. That Call to the North.
Oh, okay.
So I just had to turn that in, and I think that'll tell me where to go next.
I don't know that I did turn that in.
There's a check mark next to it that says you completed the quest.
Okay, well obviously I did that. I saved the camp that we went to as a milestones. Oh, so Eating a Sandwich says, so I was an old mythic raider in WoW and pushed for min-max content, but last year I started a guild in WoW Classic, healing officer currently, and just looking for a game to relax and enjoy when I have some free time. If I enjoy the game, I would probably sub. I don't mind throwing some cash to support. Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to subscribe either. You can just buy Lotro points. It's what's the term? Freemium. A premium account where you've spent money but don't necessarily subscribe monthly.
Yeah, yes, that's basically what I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, if you just come back to Lotro and play, maybe while you're waiting for the next WoW expansion to release or something like that. Like you said, just during your downtime, that might be a good in-between for you too. Again, not discouraging you from subscribing. It's a terrific game, and the subscription benefits are well worth it. You get 500 extra Lotro points a month. You don't have to find a mailbox to use the mail. You can send and receive mail anywhere. That's extremely handy when you're trying to sort out your inventory in the middle of a field. It unlocks all of the swift travel skills and keeps them unlocked. It unlocks a lot of quest packs and regions for you. Even VIP players still have to buy expansions, but those are not usually too expensive. They're available for Lotro points if you have the Lotro points, and if they're giving you 500 Lotro points a month, you'll have the Lotro points. So yeah, the subscriptions may be $100 a year if you buy the annual, and it's money very well spent. I mean, just getting 6,000 Lotro points a year is when it also unlocks most of the stuff you need to spend Lotro points on. It's like, yeah. It will open up all of Middle-earth for you. Yep, I missed a turn somewhere.
Yeah, we started doing this, I think, but we were working on the Veils. That's where we're talking to Leia Thread about the history. So, and I think this vectors into the area, so we'll just continue on doing this.
Yeah, we came up here and I was turning all of those ancient sword sheaths in for task items. And now we have a quest arrow.
Here, Mahwini built the Hall of Avabog and
Learn
named
the
it
history
chief
of the
fortress
Rohirrim
of the
with
Isuda.
Leia Thread. Place of history. Fourth one and fourth heart. There's an orc beating them up. Defeat orcs. We supposed to go find orcs and defeat them now?
Sounds about right to me.
Alright, I like fighting orcs. That looks like a piece of, okay, well, we got our orcs defeated. Do we want to go through the door?
No, it's around the corner up on the hill here.
Okay. I shall lead my people. And we need to defeat more orcs. I'm okay with that. We're supposed to go talk to what's his name again.
Now I believe we go inside. Oh, no, right outside.
Where's my wife? She ran off with the Fuller brush salesman. You shouldn't have left her alone. Where's my wife and our son Ethan? His wife's body lay among the ashes of this hall. She died there, having given birth to their only son.
Frumgar named his son Fram and swore
Oh,
he
thank
would
goodness
not
his
know
son
the
was
same
not
sorrow
named
when
Ethan.
He was grown.
That would have been awkward.
Perhaps it would be in our best interest to check
Talk
in
to
with
Grimborn
Grimmail.
at the Bjorning House. The work is never done. Can't do that, you're in combat. Okay, now you can port us. I give you permission.
You do that again, I'm dropping you off in 4K.
Fair enough.
Go find your treasure caches there while you're there.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to spend the night. Looking for treasure caches in places I don't want to be. Hopefully the fog would set in too. That would really make it a great night.
You have returned.
We have to chop wood, chase chickens, and something else.
Pick berries.
Ooh, berry picking.
I don't know if we just pick these up from dudes. No,
Here you
that's the
come,
other
Barry.
reputable.
He wants us to collect mushrooms. We are not going to do that, correct?
Correct, yeah, that's the reputable from before. I don't, maybe it's an auto distill when you go out. Oh, I don't remember.
I did not get it auto bestowed.
Well, I guess I was wrong.
Dead wrong. I'm not angry, Singer. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, I guess there's an epilogue crest with the black book as well.
Yes, I have been expecting you.
Deliver the black book to somebody, or deliver it to somebody else, or deliver it to a third person. His other quest, the depths of someplace.
Oh yeah, it's like the fellowship quest or something like that. I think I left it be.
Yeah, we'll leave that alone.
Oh, there's some. Okay, yeah. Like there's.
Oh, we can just go chop wood. All right. New quest, chopping wood. Chopped wood, 1 of 6. I know you haven't spent a lot of time on a farm like us Nebraskans have, but just make sure you don't try to milk the bulls, please. Tends to get them all agitated. Did you know Alapenya celebrated a birthday a few days ago? He's even older now.
Yep. Wait, he's older now? Did they have the... How do you even count that high?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Did he have to start like at the back, or back like in the Greek alphabet, like they do for the hurricanes?
I don't think it's quite that bad, but keeps talking about how great electricity and indoor plumbing are. Okay, so we got all the wood chopped.
Yeah, so the other two are on the bistro, but they're out and to the right.
The chickens are outside Bjorning us?
Yeah, because they got loose. We're gonna catch them.
Okay. Pot and Finberry says, off for now. Have fun storming the castle. Potton, thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully watching me has put you into a dazed slumber and you will get 8 full hours of restful sleep thanks to the ambient effect of watching Big Ed Mustafa.
We can both grab the chicken. Is there a chicken there for you?
Yeah, it is not mercenary, apparently.
And then there should be some berries around here somewhere. Maybe they're all near the trees. I don't know.
Wild berries.
Yeah, it just looks like they're scattered all around the entirety of the this.
Chickens too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I bet Gussie Moose is asleep if you want to kill a deer. Still would be pretty risky.
I dare not summon that wrath.
You know, it's funny, I'm the one who's always like, you know, they're not real deer, and if we kill them, the server will just spawn more. But at the same time, even knowing that, like, Misty Mountains, when it's like, go kill the mammoth. It's like, I can't kill mammoth. They're extinct now. It's funny how certain quests will trigger something like that. So I'll leave this question open to chat as well as Zinger, but have you had any quests bestowed like that where you're like, oh, I don't want to go kill those poor things?
I've had something like on the opposite factor, I suppose, where you're supposed to protect Lalia.
Oh. And you want to murder her?
I mean, sometimes at this point I just start it and I just leave and I just let her die. And I just hope there's nobody else that, like, actually was
Needs
trying
the
to do the
quest
quest
done,
behind me.
That's veiled branches, not berries. Why am I not picking up those berries? I'm not a smart man.
I just figure if she never made it back to town, she was never able to open up a mithril coin shop.
Yep. Go to Minas Morgul and slaughter many undead in Kargul. Oh, and by the way, we need you to go pick some berries. It's a nice part about the quest lines in Lotro. They keep you grounded. Like, oh, you fought and slew Mordorith, huh? That's nice. You want to go round up the loose chickens? Okay.
Hey, to be fair, this ain't Mordor. Everything, nothing here is as evil as that.
That's true. Oh, so Zinger knows. I think I tweeted it when I got it, or maybe I didn't, but I got my copy of Rage 2 and actually played it a bit. I think I'm gonna like it.
Nice.
It's fun. That was a nice pickup for $10. After Fallout 76, I am a little resentful giving Bethesda any of my money, but on the other hand, they are the folks who brought us Doom and Doom Eternal. Although I haven't finished Doom 2016, so I haven't bought Eternal yet. In Doom, you shoot a lot of demons, and then in Doom Eternal, you shoot a lot more demons, so I don't know that it's that exciting of an upgrade. People really seem to like bench testing with Doom Eternal, though. I guess it scales really well on a wide variety of hardware, but like if you've got the right setup, I mean, you can play it like on 4K monitors at like 300 frames a second and stuff. But it'll run well on low-end hardware too. I don't know, you'll be playing it on your notebook anytime soon, but
I think I can, like, eke out the original Doom, and that's probably it.
I get asked occasionally what's on the shelf behind me, and actually I have a copy of, well, I have Doom 3 and the Doom 3 expansion, but let's reach back and find it. Ultimate Doom, an all-time classic. Plus episode 4, Thy Flesh Consumed. Who knew? So, yeah, I have no idea how old this is, but it's pretty dang old. Got some other treasures
Sweet.
up here. My box for Microsoft Plus. I think I went to a Microsoft event and they actually gave this to us. So, this was an add-on for like the original Windows 95 install, which I probably also have sitting around here somewhere. Madden 99. I don't even know if I've ever installed and played this. I have NHL 99 and I remember playing that and liking it. I found this gem up here. I made the statement that I've never spent any of my own money on Lotro. This Mithril Edition copy I bought with a gift card I got from somebody to GameStop. So I actually have a DVD copy of the game that I did not pay money for, and I think I picked it up thinking I'd be able to get the 2,000 Lotro points that come with buying the Mithril Edition, and it wouldn't activate on my account, and I called customer service and they're like, yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that, but we'll go ahead and punch that up for you and don't do it again. I'm like, okay, thank you. I honestly didn't know that that wouldn't work at the time, and they fixed it for me. It's a bit problematic because these veil branches look a lot like the berries until you get up close enough to read the text. I'm like, berries? Veil branch. Dang it. Berries? Veil branch. Dang it. Been doing that a lot. Now entering Meadow Hollow, or Mead Hollow. Trying to follow Zinger, but now my quest arrow's pointing behind me.
Oh, don't follow me. You just have to do a loop around it.
Okay, fair enough. Close to
Should be all
something.
it should be all the branches and chickens if you're able to make a loop.
Ooh, strawberries. And a rabbit. I was bragging up my Amiga 500 and the fact that I have a bunch of my original Amiga 500 floppies on the shelf behind me. I actually have an old PC game. It's an arcade-style shooter called Raptor, and it was a shareware game. It was a really popular download for a long time. I mean, we're talking 386, 486 time period. But it was a really cool. If you ever played Raiden or something like that, it's that kind of arcade shooter. But it was just really well done on the PC, and I found the full retail version of it on 3.5-inch floppies and bought it. And I still have that.
Oh, it's one of those, like, your ship's flying overhead, enemies coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember Raptor. I probably only played the shareware, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was I never saw it available for retail. I think it turned up in like a used bookstore or someplace. They had a shelf of used PC games, and I like, oh, Raptor, I love this thing. So I bought it and installed it, and I probably never played past the part you get in the freeware version. Too many games, not enough time.
That was definitely one that always seemed to come on those, like, you know, you buy a computer and you get the bundle of shareware games and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Now they just preload spyware on your computer. It's not quite as much fun. I remember you used to be able to find those CD-ROMs where it's like 101 great PC games. And you'd go home and find out that you hated all of them. Like, this isn't fun. This is crap. That's what's amazing today. It's like the sheer number of really high quality free to play games. I mean, DDO and Lotro are right at the top of that list too. I mean, they're both terrific games, and it's great that they've actually survived and thrived in the free to play model. But I mean, what extraordinary value. And you know, I'm playing Apex Legends, I'm playing World of Warships. You know, Rocket League is free to play now. And it's just, what a great time to have a PC that can play video games. Paths of Exile comes to mind. You can play WoW for free, what, up to level 20 or something? Lots and lots and lots and lots of good stuff. And unlike a game console, you can also file your taxes on a PC. That's my sales pitch to my nephew. I don't really need a computer, I have an Xbox. Uh-huh. And can you file your taxes on your Xbox? No. He is just learning the joys of becoming a taxpayer. I keep getting pointed to a spot where I can't find any berries or chickens. I'm riding around the spot hitting the delete key and nothing's coming up. Oh, tater. Bunch of strawberries. Hopefully me mashing the delete key isn't overly annoying. So yeah, the quest guide circle is not proving helpful at this point. I guess I'll just keep riding around aimlessly and hope I spot stuff on the ground. That had been working.
Yep.
Epic Game Store keeps giving away 2 games a week. That's been nice.
But have they given away Raptor yet?
No, they haven't given away Raptor.
Joe Duke Nukem, that was another fun show.
Corey Station checking in saying those were fun. They were fun. Oh, and he says, thanks for showing us some of your collection. That's so cool. You showed your Madden. I remembered I had a Madden game on Sega Genesis. Yeah. I've talked about it before on stream. I don't know, I've mentioned it lately. I used to own a video game store here in Omaha along with a buddy of mine. We opened up Game Doctors, your prescription for fun. And we are actually pretty big on the Atari Jaguar back in the day. I still have my Jaguar and Jag CD. I've got a Nintendo 64. I've got a GameCube. I've got... Mrs. Mustafa has her Game Boy Advance. I bought her for her birthday one year. I've got my Atari Lynx handheld system. I've got an Atari 7800 flashback system with 2600 and 7800 games on it. TurboGrafx 16. I've got my Sega Dreamcast. I used to play a lot of console games and really enjoyed it. I had an original Xbox and it died, but a friend of mine recently gave me an old Xbox that they came across. I've got my original PlayStation. I've got a PlayStation Portable, and lots of video game stuff around the house. I always blame my parents. I wanted an Atari 2600 when I was a kid, and they never got me one, so I've been making up for it my whole adult life. Never grow up. It's not fun. Arksloth says, I just started a few weeks ago. The game feels kind of overwhelming. Got any advice for a noob? Yeah, I can kind of see that. The best thing I can tell you, Archsloth, is Lotro has a fantastic community, both on Twitch and just in general. If you genuinely have a question or need help, you can ask it, and you're going to find people more friendly and helpful than they would be probably in most other games. This place is a good resource for you. Lotro Stream in particular, we've got a wide variety of different streamers who are here throughout the week. Lotro Stream is the it's a channel kind of considered the official channel of the developer company, Standing Stone Games. And I'm a volunteer, as are most of us. But the chat is filled with expert players, and the streamers are mostly knowledgeable. I'm the exception that proves the rule, of course, since I can't even find chickens and wild berries at this point. But yeah, feel free to ask questions here. Ask in World Chat. Most people are happy to help you out. And, you know, just your quest log, and what I'm doing, I was trying to look for things marked on my mini map. If you see a circle, there's a gold ring with an arrow that normally points you to where you're supposed to be going, and for whatever reason it's just not working on this quest right now. But Middle Earth is a very, very big place, and you just need to make a breadcrumb trail so you can find your way back to where you were, which can be easier said than done sometimes. But there's lots of tools in game. You've got a quest log, you've got a mini map, you've got a main map. And if you use those tools, you should be able to find your way around and figure out where you need to go next. And if you're not sure, ask. In fact, I think Zinger and I, on occasion, have actually popped out when we were in the middle of stuff because somebody popped in and asked a question or said they needed help completing a quest, and we've just gone and helped them. I mean, it's not a big deal. Said folks are happy to help out. Heck, Ginger, one of the people who's in chat with us, I've been streaming and we've run into trouble. And she's come out and helped us when we were hunting roving threats or working on a tougher quest that required a full fellowship. She plays a lot of minstrels, and she'd just come out with a minstrel and help us finish stuff. But that's how a lot of us met, just helping each other out. Thanks, man. That's good to know. You bet. But one of the nice things about Lotro, the end game is very complex. There's a lot of stuff going on. You've got legendary weapons, imbued legendary weapons, war steeds. You've got essence armor. You've got lots of different crafting stuff and reputations. You don't have to worry about it. If it looks very complicated, they do a nice job of starting you out with a basic core game and then adding layers to it as you continue to level up and evolve. And that complexity gets added on over time. We were talking about free-to-play games. EVE Online has expanded its free-to-play model where you can play as an alpha or an omega account. and the alpha gaming experience is really pretty good. But EVE Online is an example of a game, they don't layer the complexity. You jump right in with both feet to the deep end of the pool. And, you know, I know a lot of gamers who've looked at EVE Online and just been like, yeah, that's a little too much for me. And I've been working with a friend trying to teach him the game, and he's struggling with it, but just when I think we're at the point where he should probably give it up, he has a breakthrough and figures stuff out, and so we'll keep plugging along on that, I guess. But they do a really nice job with Lotro of not pushing you into the deep end of the pool, but at the same time, if you haven't played a lot of other fantasy MMOs, I can see where just finding your way and figuring out the game mechanics, there's still a fair amount of complexity even early on. Some of the stuff, like I popped up my virtue panel, and if you're trying to figure all of this out right away, it's not that important at the beginning of the game. A lot of this stuff, it becomes more important as you level up, as you get into some of the harder stages of the game. But you're not going to make any mistakes as you start out that can't be corrected later on. Don't give it too much thought. Don't get too worried about, am I screwing something up that I'm going to regret later. One of the nice things about Lotro is they've made it so almost everything is fixable. You can't really permanently damage anything or do something that's so wrong that it can't be straightened out later. So explore, have fun with it, learn what you can, read the tool tips, feel free to ask for help, and it'll come around. You just have to spend some time in game and get acclimated to it, and it'll make sense as you go. And eventually you'll run into some folks, maybe in a kinship or maybe just in a pickup fellowship, who are happy to answer questions, streamers who are happy to answer questions, and we can fill in some blanks for you as you go. Ginger says, I help when I can. Obviously, if you watch the beginning of the stream tonight, trying to keep me from getting killed is a full-time job. Even Zinger needs help with it from time to time. I'm a little flustered. I've been riding around in circles and I just keep finding scarn and veil branches. Plus I'm out of soda. Professor Poopy says, hey Lotro Stream, I heard you have a... Oh, you got banned. Goodbye. Still, I'd like to think Professor Poopy wasn't wrong about that. Thank you for noticing, Professor Poopy.
Alright, so the first thing, I just took a look at your stream. Remove the quest from your tracker that's like the meta quest to complete this quest and that quest.
Oh, okay.
You would probably either want to...
That's why it's pointing me in weird directions?
Oh, yeah. It might be, yeah. That might be why.
Oh, maybe I have all the berries. It says give the wild berries.
Yeah, so just track the chicken one if you still have that to do.
Yeah, I need to find... I guess I'm just missing one more chicken. So... And I'd mentioned it earlier, I've had to go to my eye doctor. I'm having problems with my right eye, so my ability to read is somewhat limited tonight. Otherwise, I'd like to think I might have noticed that before Zinger had to tell me. I've been writing all over creation. But I'm not a smart man. Ginger says, and then there are lurkers who will answer things. There you go. Yeah, I really wish Professor Poopy had popped in on my personal channel and said something like that while I was playing Apex. I can only imagine how delightful my response would have been. I need that last chicken zinger. Got him. Chickens are back home safe and sound. Completed catching chickens. I have to figure out where the entrance to Bjorninghuis is. That's probably good for me, Ginger. I need to be reined in a little bit. Trying to keep it classy here on Lotro stream. It's probably good for my soul.
We live off the land, as we always have.
There's your dang berries.
You have done all the day's work. Good, good.
To the Floodfells.
Now what? Another guess?
I don't have to turn in the chickens or firewood, do I?
I don't know. No, I think it auto completed.
I think so too. Alright, to the Floodfells we go. Back to lurking for me. Thanks, Ginger. We're glad you're here lurking. We ride for the Floodfells and for glory.
Yeah. You should have a quest from Langford here, right?
Yep. Mourn the passing of Hunluf. Hunluf has passed. Grimboard should hear Hunluf's final words. So we do not ride for the Floodfells.
Oh, Wolnarf.
If Grimbeorn allows me to continue, then
Light a
continue I
candle
shall.
for Hunulf at the Carrick.
You are heading to Limloak, yes? I will accompany you.
And climb to the top. Okay, now we ride for it. And for glory.
just had to look into setting up the travel window plugin. Because apparently hunters have a lot of ports.
I've heard that.
And my number of ports are kind of exceeding my slots.
Well, make sure you keep Narge P candy. It's a beautiful place to fish, by the way. That pool right at the bottom of the waterfall up towards the top of the mountain, it's terrific. It's a really lovely view. Hunoff lived his life like a candle in the wind. Treacherous mountain pass, heavy war steed, what could go wrong? What a view. Seems the mountain fog is too thick to see Erebor today. You can imagine Fram uncertain in his decision to bring his people north.
Folklore of the Aithuda held that it
Complete
was
to the
From,
Floodfells.
not the dwarf king Durin, who first beheld the lonely mountain.
We ride for the Floodfells. We need to go back real quick.
Yeah, what?
You'll see.
I understand.
I have to fish this.
You.
That's really the key to playing Lotro, is just always have a fishing rod with you. And always fish. Ooh, pallid sturgeon right on the first cast. Nice. You're not going to join me?
Nah, I'm working on this plugin thingy.
Okay.
It's pack space for a change. I'll let you take care of that.
Second cast, Rusty Axe. We've been kind of slacking tonight. I haven't had any task items to turn in. A pike. That's 3 casts, 3 catches. I haven't been eating on camera because I don't have any food. Mrs. Mustafa was too pooped out to feed me when I got home. probably hoping I'd bring food. We ride for the Floodfells and for glory. You taking this road? Yes.
Yep, north, yeah.
Haven't done any crafting yet. Mostly just inventory management. I'm slacking on the Tedments tonight. Hardhit says, no talking about stuffed animals. Ginger says, I think I'd be a pro lurker if they would pay me.
Be prepared to get knocked off your horse by a gust of wind.
Something looked at me cross-eyed, did it? Yeah, I'd like to see that fixed at some point.
So everybody isn't like required to just use the medium worsted. Yeah,
and it's like, you know, mounted combat is unpopular enough with the rank and file player base that I don't think they need to make it any worse. And then I'm one of the few people I know who actually doesn't mind mounted combat, and this is annoying the poop out of me. It's like I just want to be able to travel on my worsted without getting, like you said, knocked off by a gust of wind. The small village looks tattered and worn. All right. Mickey asks, which classes do you enjoy playing the most? I think my most interesting experience, Mickey, has been two of my highest level characters are almost opposite of each other. I have a champion and a burglar that are both towards end game. And the difference between playing those two classes is so big that the diversity makes the game fun. The way a champion approaches a combat situation is almost the opposite of the way a burglar has to do it. And I find playing those two classes quite enjoyable. All the classes are fun to play, and I'd encourage a new player to try them all. They each have their own strengths, they each have their own vulnerabilities, they each have their own special characteristics. The least fun character to play, at least initially for me, was probably the Guardian. They're slow tanks, and when they're first starting out, it's a good starter character if you're new to the game. Playing a Guardian, a Champion, or a Hunter will teach you most of the basics. Hunters and Champions are more popular because they kill stuff faster. You have to be a little bit patient with a Guardian because they just, until they start getting their area of effect attacks, it takes them a while to kill stuff, and it's with time that they grow in power and really become effective as a solo character. But if you get through that initial push with the Guardian, you'll like playing them. But other than that, I mean, all of the classes are fun. They've been designed to be that way, obviously. And the Guardian is extremely useful in group situations where a small fellowship or a fellowship needs a tank character to stand with bosses and hold aggro. Although I'm told that captains are currently a better tanking class than Guardians, and I know wardens can often be used as tanks in group situations. But I started out with a champion. I've always enjoyed playing a champion, and there are other character classes that I enjoy playing a lot, but still completely happy playing a champion. I haven't found anything that I thought was better, just different. They're not the most powerful character class around anymore, and they have their vulnerabilities. For some reason, the developers decided that making bosses that reflect melee damage was a good idea, and it's very frustrating to champions. But yeah, no, it's a great class. I enjoy playing champion. So that'd be one way to go. Uh-oh, the uptime command isn't working. I was just thinking we're probably at a good stopping point.
I just turned stuff in and queued up, you know, whatever quests were in here, just so I'd have them.
Okay, I'll do the same. But I don't necessarily have to do that on stream. Let's see who else is on tonight. Just because I'm going to call it doesn't mean the party has to stop. So we always like to share the love and support our fellow Lotro streamers. Not just necessarily Stream Team members, but anybody who streams Lotro. Provided they're keeping it classy and we can show them on the official channel.
And 3 hours, 24 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought we had a pretty good run tonight. That lunch I had with Mrs. Mustafa today is the last thing I ate. So I'm not that sleepy, but I'm definitely interested in going and getting food. And I don't really think I should be taking a 15 or 20 minute break while I go cook something. So we'll just go ahead and call it. Normally Mrs. Mustafa is conscious enough to feed me, but not so much tonight. I'm glad she's resting comfortably. She seems to be doing fine, and we'll hopefully wake up full of vim and vigor in the morning. So, Busy Beth and Adiel Valathorn? I'm not familiar with either of them. I just love finding more people streaming Lotro. The smart thing to do would be... Oh, Ginger says I'm not seeing anyone else on streaming Lotro. Not live, or not probably known streamers. Like I said, these two are new to me. Let's raid Busy Beth, and I'll monitor it and make sure she is appropriate for the channel. But yeah, we'll roll the dice. Let's go over and say hi to Busy Beth and thank her for streaming Lotro. And if she says bad words, I'll cut the feed, but I'm not... Well, there's the warning. This channel's intended for mature audiences. I probably shouldn't be allowed over there then. Have a great night, everybody. We'll be back next Friday doing more stuff out here. And thanks for hanging out. Have a great weekend. And Zinger, thanks as always for hanging out with me. Hopefully by then my eyesight will have cleared up and I will be able to read.
But I think that's funny. I've been trying to... Whoa! Holy macaroni! Welcome! Lutra stream! Holy crap! Thank you so much for the raid. Hello, everybody. Welcome, raiders. Oh my gosh. Yes. I'm new to this game, so I've been trying to learn the ins and outs, and I've got my trusty friend Tirsic here, kind of like